good evening, and welcome to a walk with Tilly. And we are enjoying a beautiful, relaxing stroll up in the mountains of central Portugal, and enjoying a very mild autumnal evening. We seem to have got lucky and dodged the thunderstorms today that were forecast, and instead had an absolutely glorious day of beautiful blue skies and really lovely. Anyway, okay, what to discuss today? Well, there are several things that have caught my attention, but I think I'm going to go for I suppose the biggest news, but the one that I find the most depressing probably to talk about. Okay, the business secretary, Mr. Jacob Rees Mogg, who, although he looks like some cartoon villain from the 1800s, is, I think, probably more inept than dangerous, but I definitely could be wrong. He's a deeply unpleasant individual, I think, on occasion, and holds some highly unpleasant viewpoints. Anyway, he has announced today, Tilly, wait, Tilly, wait, good girl. He has announced today in the House of Commons what was already certainly strongly rumoured to be the case, that the Conservatives were going to allow the reintroduction of fracking in the UK. This is problematic for a couple of reasons. Okay, firstly, they never bothered to actually tell the MPs, their own MPs, that they were going to do it, which is either, I don't even know what it is. It's either inept or it's duplicitous, or something is not right when you don't bother to even tell your own MPs something. You just announce it in the House of Commons and let them find out, particularly when it is going to happen into areas that are their constituencies. But that aside, it was also something that was explicitly included in the 2019 manifesto, to which they owe the majority they are using, although obviously that was a different administration. It was the same party, and therefore just a different incarnation of, but they explicitly put in their manifesto that they were against fracking, and that it was not going to be reintroduced unless scientific data was found that suggested that, contrary to what that had been already researched, said that it was actually safe. That hasn't been forthcoming, so they've just decided to do it under the guise of energy security, I believe. However, as you couldn't write this stuff, the ex-head of Quadrilla, which was the largest fracking company in operation in the UK, has said that he doesn't think that this makes any sense, because it's a global market, effectively, and therefore the produce would be, any gas produced would be sold via the global market. So unless we were actually to upset every single one of our alloys to the point where they weren't prepared to supply us, bear in mind the majority of fracked gas comes from the US, Canada, and I think Argentina, and I think we're okay with them at the moment. Anyway, it's a global market essentially, so it's not going to affect the price. It's not particularly there's not sufficient there from what he has suggested to make it particularly attractive to extract from a financial perspective. Who knows what they're playing at, but there's more to it than meets the eye, my guess is. Although there is a saying about, don't put down to conspiracy what can be explained by just sheer ineptitude. Maybe that's the case, but time will tell. Let's see. Either way, Rees Mogg has not exactly covering himself in glory so far. He took the photo opportunity. Tilly, wait! Yesterday to talk about the assistance he was going to give to SMEs with regard to energy supply, and stupidly stood in front of a shop that had already gone bankrupt from a different angle to the one his team were photographing. I don't know, it's terrible, but then so often things he does are inexplicably idiotic. But let's see what this has in store, and we'll discuss a little more of the policies tomorrow. Let's hope that we're not doing an addendum to discuss why someone is linked explicitly to the fracking industry within the current administration. Please, I can't. It would just be awful. Anyway, from a beautiful autumnal evening in central Portugal, we'll update with some more tomorrow. Bye.